So in this series, we'll be starting to learn Java. I won't be spending much time on what is Java and what are the benefits of the using Java over other languages. If you are on this playlist, then definitely you want to learn Java. So let's just start it. In this first video, we'll be learning to run a code of Hello World. That's the basic start of every language, and we'll also talk about the IDEs and how we can start compiling and executing Java in our system to start learning it. Let's go. So IDE is integrated development environment. It mainly helps a software engineer to create any application, run the code, and different companies use different IDE. And Java has different IDEs like Eclipse, IntelliJ, JGritter, MyEclipse, and many companies use different IDEs according to their needs. So basically, what we will be using, which is mostly used in 80% of the form, is like VS Code. And for VS Code, you don't need to do much. You just need to go to Google, type VS Code, download this, install it. It's basically click next, 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 next. It won't be taking any secure information or your photos from your PC, so you can do that easily. It won't be taking any much of permission. And second is for Java, you don't download Java download. You can download the latest one, Java SC. You can choose your system on whichever system you are. You can just install it, and once you are done with it, you can open a terminal your system, and you can just do this Java, do this version, and if it shows you this, then you are fine. And if it doesn't show you this, it could be possible because the environment variables were not set in your PC. So you can just open the environment, system environments. It would be something like this. You can find them in your settings. You can also search here like system. If you just type system, system variables, it will show you this and it will be open. And here you can open the environment variables. You can either use user variables or you can use system variables. I mostly prefer to use system variables. And in this path, there should be a path for your Java JDK of the bin folder. And this you can find it if you have used the basic next, 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 next. Definitely this path would be same for you. You can find this your C language, C drive, program files. Here it would be Java, this bin, and simple. You need to just copy this and you need to paste it there. And once it's done, it might be possible you need to restart your system to the environment variable start, and then once it's done, you can do this. And if VS Code installed, you can create a simple folder in any of your desired location. You can open that folder in the terminal by clicking right click if you are on Windows or anything. Like I have this, so I can just open this terminal. So you should open it in your folder where you are willing to save all the files, and if you're learning. In that folder, you press dot, enter, and it would open the VS. So now let's start making our first Hello World program in JavaScript, which is the base whenever you start learning any language. So before moving on to creating that in a file, let's just take one idea of what this A shell is, because it's mostly asked in many including in interviews if you are a fresher. So JShell is basically a helping or learning tool which was introduced in Java JDK 9, and it's mainly read, evaluate, print, and loop tool REPL. It mainly helps you to execute anything in a single line, like read, write 6 plus 10 is 16, 5 minus 2 is. If I want to print anything, I can do system.out.print. This I can type 4 plus 9, and definitely I'll be putting a semicolon. It's mostly used to tell the compiler that the line has ended, enter, and then you could have face a problem here if you are not typing type case. Like if I just type this system.out.print, I'll be having an error. So remember to capitalize it and then say that it's working, right? So this is mainly J shell. It's not much used. It's basically used when you are writing a big script and you want to just test a small piece of script. So you can just enter this environment. And to exit it, I do this. Exit. One thing which is left, hello world program, right? So it's like system dot out dot print is hello world. Push. So now you can add Java in your resume. Okay. So to that, let's just move on to how we can run this in any. So you guys have heard one thing like that Java is like a platform independent language, right? So what does it mean? It means like if there is a PC or there is a iOS device or there is an Android device, we have something like JVM, sorry, JVM installed in all of these, which helps you to run the Java application, right? So JVM doesn't know, it doesn't know anything. When he knows everything, he knows how to compile, execute, transfer the code which you are writing into 0 1 and all. But he don't know where to find that code, right? If you are a person, you are mainly a computer expert or a software engineer writing a software in Java, so you would be having several folders, small folders, there would be several files, right? But how would JVM know which file or which thing does what? So mainly JVM runs a main file. So it says like I'll be running one file which will be having all the information about these, where I need to go, in which folder I'll be finding what, in which file which I'll finding the API or whatever. But it states that like we should have a main class in the main file, index file of the software whichever you write. Right. So let's start it. So your project, this is your project which you have written in Java. It is a big project. And one thing also which we need to make sure, like this JVM is not platform independent. We have different JVM for PC, different for iOS, different for Android, but they all does the same thing. What they convert the Java code into bytecode, right? And it is done by compiler. Okay. So that's it. Let's just start coding in this. So let's start creating the Java program in a file. So I'll do hello.java. As soon as I do that, it's a public class. This I write public static static this okay. This I'll be writing some.out.println, and this I'll be writing world world. And then go to the terminal, I just run Java C hello.java. This Java C is the compiler which you need to run to convert the code bytecode. I do this, you see. I have a hello.class. Now what I do, I type Java hello. So here it is. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.